Well, hello my fellow friends, YouTubers, and of course you all know the drill. My family. As you can see, I'm wearing the same shirt again. It's not that I wear it 3 days in a row. It's just, it is now midnight and I couldn't sleep and I wanted to make a video because I want to be honest with you. But before I begin, you all know the time. Cigarette time. I've missed doing that on my vlogs. Because here's the deal, you guys. Right now, I am, and that was Facebook, I'm sorry for that. I am not in the best state of mind, and I wanted to tell you a little bit what's going through my mind and what I'm doing at the moment. And before you're gonna ask, no, I never script my videos, so this isn't gonna be scripted either. It's just me rambling on about things and stuff and blah de blah de blah. So here's the deal. I went to a friend of mine tonight and I hadn't seen him in ages, and basically when I got home it instantly hit me like, fuck, I'm alone again. And for me it's like a feeling of loneliness that I can't understand, because I don't know how much you all know about autism, but let me tell you one thing about myself. When I'm in a group of people, there comes a point, and it will inevitably come, that I'm just like, fuck it. I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be in a group of people, and I'm just done. And normally I try to ride it out until everybody leaves of their own accord, or when it's an excusable time for me to leave, so I can leave without any like bad feelings on either part. But most of the time, you know, I can deal with people, but not for extended periods of time. And the opposite of that is that I also have these moments where I just want to be around people, where I want to do stuff, and I just want to talk to people. And when I can't do that, it just makes me feel lonely. And right now I'm in a position like that. You know, I'm just sitting here behind my computer, bumming it out. I'm smoking the hell out of myself. I've been eating popsicles. It's just like, why, you know? Just, I want to do stuff. I want to, you know, meet my friends. I want to hang out. And first of all, it's midnight, so it's not possible. And second of all, I don't know, but the thing that's going through my mind right now are basically life questions. Like, you know, why don't I have a wider circle of friends around me? What am I doing with my life? What should I be doing with my life? How should I feel? How am I supposed to feel? What can I do to improve my life as well as others? And you know, it's just these thoughts, they drag me down. They weigh like a rock, and it feels like I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. And that is not, this is not a healthy state for me to be in, because I tend to overthink. I tend to, you know, think too negatively. And negative, I'm sorry, fuck my English. See, I'm fucking up on the most basic shit, and I just don't know what I should do now. I mean, I don't want to go to bed because I'm not yet tired. I don't want to be awake because I don't want to feel like this. It's just a weird cycle that I get, and for me, I still haven't found a way to escape this cycle. It's just something that I have to ride out, that I have to experience, that I have to relive. And it's hard. It's just like, you know, you're constantly thinking in the negative. you're constantly questioning yourself, you're constantly questioning your life, and it gets very tiring. It's not that I'm physically tired, it's that later on I'll be emotionally exhausted because I just overthink and my mind is racing at the moment. So it's just something that I have to get out of my system. And believe it or not, but I will actually post this video on YouTube because you will see it. This is not something that I do for attention. This is not something that I do, so that people think I'm sad. It's just, I make daily vlogs. Vlogs are video weblogs, sort of like a video diary. And this is also a part of my life. Just the little downs, the little ups. And I go through my life with periods of ups and downs. Like, I am crawling out of a pretty big down. And that is not easy because I feel it wanted to drag myself deeper and deeper. But I also have to acknowledge the fact that good things are happening. Like, I ordered a new phone. I'm gonna see my favorite band. I'm reconnecting with old friends. And I have to keep reminding myself that there are so many good things happening right now. And sometimes I just can't bring up the energy or the willpower to remember that. And then you have periods like this. Periods where I'm just sitting behind my computer, thinking, bumming it out, and just being like, why? It's really, it's not a depression, because I've been depressed, and maybe, who knows, I still am, I have no idea. But this doesn't feel like the earlier episodes, to say it like that, I had. It's just, it is not intense enough for me to call it a depression. Because here's what I personally believe as a depression. Depression is not sadness. Depression is not, not feeling like you belong. Depression, for me at least, I gotta put out my cigarette, hold on. But depression for me is basically emptiness. You don't feel anything. You don't feel joy. You don't feel happiness. You don't feel sadness, loneliness, hunger, love, respect. You don't feel any of it. It's just, for me, a depression is like a black hole. Everything gets sucked into it and nothing can escape. And basically when I look, when I go outside, when I felt depressed, there are so many little things, like, the start of spring, all the new flowers, all the little bees, all the birds chirping. You don't notice that. It's just, you walk around in a world that you don't see. It's basically, for me, everything has the same darkness to it. When I'm depressed, nothing can make me happy, nothing can make me sad. It's just blackness all around me. I don't know if you've ever had those feelings, and if you do, I strongly recommend talking to someone you trust about it. Whether that's a friend, your parents, a counselor, psychologist, a therapist, whatever. Just talk to someone about it, because feelings like that are not healthy. And this may sound harsh, but it's really not healthy, and they could get you in a whole lot of trouble. I developed suicidal thoughts, and I acted out on those thoughts, which I don't want for any of you. I just, I'm not saying I want you to be happy, because life isn't about happiness. For me, you can never achieve happiness, in my opinion. Because happiness for me is a feeling of being content with what you have, with what you achieved. But I don't think the human nature is like that. I mean, let's just say you feel content when you have a good house, a loving family, nice car. Let's just say you get all that. Then what? You start making new goals. You start making new dreams. And for me, happiness is not the most important thing, because I know there are things that make me happy, but for me it's more important, how do I get to that happiness, you know? I always compare it to climbing the corporate ladder. Let's say, for instance, you start out working in an office and you want to become the manager someday. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. You can be a pencil pusher. You can just suck up to your boss and take all the shitty jobs and crush people down in order to gain the advantage. I call that the bad way. For me, to compare it with an office again, just do your job, do it well, don't boast about it, just be productive, and people will notice it. People will notice your talents. And that's how I view the route to happiness as well. Because in a way, whether you achieve happiness or not, it's not important. It's important how you try to achieve it. I mean, are you willing to sacrifice everything what you stand for or that you love in order to become happy? Or are you just going to do the best you can given the circumstances, given the principles you have? I really think that's something to think about. And that's always something that's in my mind. Try to be the best person that I can be. I don't deliberately try to put other people down or just, hurt people. And that's something I inadvertently do because of my inability to, on an emotional level, feel what other people might be feeling. I have little to no empathy. So basically how I emulate empathy is whenever someone tells me something they feel they feel strongly about, like a divorce or a death, I always try to I sort of have this mental library in my head that I constantly check, like, okay, does this, can I find a reference to this in something how I felt? If I have that reference, I can sympathize for the situation because I know what it approximately feels like. But when I don't have that reference, it's very difficult for me to empathize with people. And this is basically what's going on in my head. Just a whole lot of random thoughts, like from I jump from topic to topic. I think about everything. So I could go on and on for hours, but I just wanted to give you a quick insight in my mind when I'm not doing all that well. So guys, I hope you learned something from it, and please, if you ever feel depressed or suicidal, please talk to people. Okay? I'm not gonna say you have to promise me, but I would strongly ask of you that you do it. And if you have no one to talk to, all my links are down below. You can always contact me in any way. Okay? So guys, this is me, the Hellemander, aka Wes, Wesmeister, Wesmando, or DJ Hell, saying I love you guys, and I am gonna try to get some sleep. Then tomorrow I'm gonna edit and upload this. So please don't think I'm wearing the same shirt three days in a row. It's just I recorded this earlier. Okay, guys? I'm gonna talk to you later. Bye-bye.